All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Khare Billion. Yes, don't forget we are on to the show. Loud it with Khare Billion. Today is a very special segment. Like I told you, I'm not always alone in the studio. I'm with somebody very special. One of my main man, in the educational field. Today is going to enlighten us and give us some tips. What parents are supposed to do to enhance learning of children in the classroom. So I have with me a very special guest, my brother, my friend, Mr. John. Mr. John, the people want to know you more. So please introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is John, a trained teacher, a Christian and a Nigerian by birth.
So Mr. John, you're welcome to my show.
Thank you, sir.
This is Loud It with Khare Billion. And today we are going to dive into the educational field. I'm a teacher too.
Sure.
And I teach music. So what subject do you teach?
Basically, I'm into the commercial subjects. I teach subjects like commerce, economics.
So now they calculate Nigeria money.
Sure.
That's good. Okay. We have a very important topic that teachers we want to hear.
Okay.
They will want you to do justice to it. Even some of our parents, they also will want to learn from this topic. And what is the topic? The topic is very simple. What parents should do to promote learners' education in classroom. Sometimes teachers, they teach students or learners in the classroom. Sometimes when they get home, it's as if the story changes.
Sure.
Everything changes. Maybe probably the parents are not doing much to sustain it. So that is why we are here today to discuss, what are those things that parents are supposed to do to sustain learning in the classroom, to make learning in the classroom a continuous process and a better one at that. So my first question is, in what specific ways can parents support their children's learning at home so it reflects positively in the classroom?
Okay, Mr. Khare Billion, thank you so much. Well, I am privileged to be here.
Thank you very much for coming.
And I would really want to throw more light to the question you actually asked. There's what we call socialization. Socialization has to do with the process through which a child undergoes training, so that he or she can become a useful member of the society where he finds him or herself. Now, the parent is one of the factors, though we have quite a number of factors. We have the school, we have the peer group, we have the community where the child finds him or herself. Now, looking at the parents, from the question you have just asked, now what impact do the parents have on the child?
On the child at home.
At home.
Yes.
Like I said, this question is a very crucial one. Now, I want to create a gap, or possibly give you some insight of what is expected of the parent at home and the teacher at school. Now, you agree with me that, like they will say, the learning starts at home.
Yes.
That's why we have what to call
begins at home.
Yes, the learning starts at home. So the school is like the second phase.
The
child is coming from the house. Of course, nobody came from the sky. We all came from one particular family or the other. So the learning process starts at home.
Starts from home.
Now, coming to the school is just like I said, the second phase, the formal environment where the child learn things that are positive. So the parents now has a whole lot of rules to play in the continuous process of the learning of the child. Now, you agree with me that, like I said, there are quite a number of factors, and majority of this factor lies on the parents. Now, you see that most parents do not, like, how do I put it? Like, let me start. Like, we're about entering a new section now. Now, one of the things, like, I'm going to highlight some of the factors that parents should inculcate in ensuring that the learning process continues. Now, we're entering a new learning section in like 2 weeks from now. Now, it is expected of the parents first, know the teacher who is taking your child. Just like, okay, my child is entering into a new class.
Yeah.
Let me use the primary school setting for an example. My child is entering into a new class. Now, a parent who is educationally inclined first want to have a contact with the teacher of his or her child.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Now, by doing that, it will give the parent and the teacher an avenue to look at the problem or the challenging that they have ahead and how to curb it. So, meeting the parents or meeting the teacher is one of the major factors. Secondly, create a platform in which you can be communicating with the parents, with the teacher. Yes, because the child, like some child will say, once they notice the parent does not really look into their educational learning process, it tends to affect them too. Do you understand? So parents should create a platform where they can be having constant communication with the teacher.
Now, with what you said now, I think I'm getting what you're saying. Okay, from what you said now, how important is parent-teacher communication, and what can parents do to strengthen that relationship?
Of course, communication is key. When I use the word key, that means a society where communication, when there is breach in communication, of course, there's no way there will be flow. When I use the word flow, it means that at the end of the day, the both end may not be able to achieve their stated goals. So when I use the word communication, for example, like I said, it is important that the parent first try to find out which means of communication that the parent will, that the teacher will want. Maybe it could be through text, it could be through making calls and all of that. A convenient one. From time to time, have a communication with the teacher, because this will also help to give you a feedback of how the child is doing in school, whether the child is performing positively or if there's a problem in the process.
We just talked about parent-teacher relationship. So another question is, what role does providing a conducive learning environment at home, like a study space, resources, routine, play in boosting classroom performance? How will those things play in boosting a class performance?
Yes, it will go a long way. Okay. Research has proven it that over time, children who tend to do very well in the academics, if you take a clear study of this category of children, you see that it doesn't just start at or begin in the school. It starts from the home. It starts, when I say it starts from the home, it means that the parent of the child must have created a lot of time. Like, you all agree with me that one of the basic responsibility of the parent is to provide everything the child needs to make him or her achieve his educational goals. Of course, it's just like a parent. You give a child an assignment to do at home. Of course, I've come across children, of course, like we have awards we give to children in school. There are some children, once they get to the house, after their chores, or they make sure they do their homework. They can never come back to school without doing their homework. It has to do with culture.
Yes.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
There are some parents, should I say, whether it's children or the parent that is the problem, I don't know. Then when I used to be in classroom, like taking kids, some children would come just as if the assignment that was given to them is like baggage in, baggage out. The way you gave them, that's how they bring it back. Which is, sometimes you just ask yourself, does it mean that this child is not being monitored at home or something? So like he is saying now, it is good for a parent to provide a conducive learning environment. Your children must be able to read at home. I think that's the point you're trying to bring. So the next question says, how can parents encourage discipline and positive behavior that helps learner focus better in class?
In classroom.
Positive discipline. Because children of nowadays, they are not children nowadays, they are not smiling, no.
They are not.
Very, very disrespectful.
Sure.
So how can parents help?
In this case,
How can parents help?
first and foremost, both end, the parent and the teacher has to be disciplined.
Okay.
When I use the term discipline, of course, just like, child portrays what they see within their environment.
Both the parent
and the teacher.
Wow.
So if the child gets to know that there's a follow-up on him or her from both ends, either from the school or at home, it helps to curb the problem. It's just like a child who does something wrong. Of course, it is not only the parent. You all agree with me that the child even spend more time in school. That's why they always tell you charity begins at home, but it flows from the home to the school as well. So you can see that the school and the school and the home of the child, they are interwoven. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So in the area of discipline, what parents should do, it's just like if there is a problem, that's why I said in the area of communication, when there is no effective communication, it tends to bring a problem in the process. So if the child knows, and the child knows to an extent, a very large extent, that there is a communication link between the parents and the teacher, are you getting what I'm trying to say? It will help to curb him to an extent, especially when that child, of course, what the child learns at home, if they are negative at school, it will be corrected.
That's true. That's true.
The idea of some parents will say, of course.
But sometimes the child learns positive things in the school, and at home, it look as if the child become worse.
Yes, that is where
always like that.
That is where the parent comes in.
That means some parents are not doing their job.
That's what I'm saying. Some parents are actually not doing their job. Now, parents sometimes they feel it's just to provide the educational need of the child. Of course, I've gotten your books. I paid your school fees. I paid your school fees. It doesn't just end there. There is need for you to also have a follow-up. So once this follow-up is not,
I believe you are hearing.
Once this follow-up is not there, you understand? It's just like you take a child to a school, and when it's time for what we call it, a parent-teacher forum, the channel where parents are expected to be in school, have one-on-one interaction with the teacher of your child, so that you can get feedback of how the child is performing in school. You see, a lot of parents, they do not take this opportunity or an advantage. You understand? So you see that in a long process, if the child is not properly monitored, there will always be a negative result at the end of it.
I still have one more question, which is our last question. This question says, what practical steps can parents take to motivate their children to love learning and participate actively in class?
Wow.
There are some children, in some cases, there are some children, they come to school unprepared.
Unprepared, yes.
They are not ready. Sometimes before learning can be effective, there must be what we call readiness.
Readiness has to be there.
Yes, that readiness. So what practical step do you think parents can do? Parents, I believe you are hearing. What practical step can parents do to keep the child ready for learning?
Okay. Thank you. There are a whole lot. Okay. When I use the word there are a whole lot, I wouldn't want to extend. Let me just bring out some key practical steps.
Okay.
Now, one of them is, I know it's just unfortunate that our economy does not encourage most parents to actually do a follow-up on their children. Some parents have to wake up as early as possible just to, you understand. But even at that, are you getting it? There is also need for you to create out time. But basically, the first thing is to ensure that the educational needs of the child are provided. It's just like a child who's going to school without no writing materials. How do you expect that child to learn? A child who is giving homework at school and there's nobody to assist such a child at home. So what I'm saying is, provision of the educational needs of the child is paramount. I know, like they will say, cut your material according to the so, but irrespective of that, so there is need for parents to do everything within their means, because the best thing you can give to a child, like I always say, is education. That's, you build 10 houses, you buy 100 cars, and that child is not educated. Within a short period of time, those things will vanish. But once the child is educated, of course, they'll sell your house, they'll sell those cars.
Use it to
do drugs or whatever. But a child who is well grounded, you know, just like you see parents, sometimes it's not all about the money they make, it's the passion. I've seen parents who had no opportunity to go to school because while they were growing up, there was nobody to actually push them. So when they now have the opportunity, they want to get that thing in their children, those things that they actually were not able to achieve. They want to get it. Was it sometime I saw it online where this popular, what do you call it, said, I think he spoke, he said something online, and people were like, oh, all you said was wrong and all of that, the statement and all of that. And the guy said, okay, I have invested so much in my children. My son is a doctor somewhere, this is this and that. If I had not invested, of course, the wrong expression that I'm making, I can tell you that my children will make the right one because I've invested with them. And if you want to doubt it, come and make finance, come and compete with my children.
Imagine.
So, but the fact that the man had no opportunity, but he has invested in his children. He has invested.
So those errors that he made, the children will correct it.
You correct it. So he can make as many errors as he wants. Do you understand? Maybe, like I said, there's possibility he had no opportunity at. You understand? So now that maybe possibly the money is coming, he's investing it. His children, they went to good schools and the rest of them. So that is what is expected of children.
Deep, parents. Please, parents, let's try our best to make sure that there's this conducive environment for our kids, to make sure so that they'll be able to do the right thing. And also in the area of discipline, please do everything you can, because a lot of teachers are complaining these days because of the indiscipline among our, they call them Gen Zers and Gen Alpha, Generation Alpha. So it's really disturbing. It's really disturbing. Sometimes you be in the classroom, you see the way they talk, they make noise and all that. So please, parents, there are a lot of things you can still do to help the kids at home. You understand? You let them know that when they get to school, they should know how to behave in school, because every child that is in school represents the parent. That is the truth. Your children, when they get to school, they represent you. So how they behave most times is we see you in them.
Yes.
You understand? But some parents, they want it their own way. Fine, no problem. Those of you parents that want to do it your own way, please do it well. That is what we are pleading. Please do it well, so that tomorrow these children will be able to represent you the right way.
Sure.
That is just the truth. Parents, we are appealing. We know it's not easy. Work is there. You have to do this, do that, do the other one. Please, just try your best, so that those children can come out and represent you well in the society. Don't forget, one of the benefits of education is not because a child just wants to go and learn how to read and write, but for that child to be useful to himself and also to the society.
Sure.
Today we hear of kidnapping, terrorism and all that. These are someone's children of yesterday.
Sure.
That was neglected. You understand? So parents, the question I want you to ask yourself now: would you want your child or children to be one of those that are terrorizing the community in future? Would you want your children to be one of those kidnappers that will be displayed on TV? No, you wouldn't want that. So the best thing now is for you to do the right thing, and also to our teachers. So what will you have for the teachers? I just spoke.
Of course. Now the teachers is one profession that like they always say, the teaching profession is the mother of all professions. So on the part of the teachers, since it's a profession that you have flair for, whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. So I will also encourage the teachers to put in their best. It's just unfortunate that in this part of the world.
Oh, Jesus.
We teachers are not
Don't
being
even go there.
appreciated.
Salary is too small.
I wouldn't want to go there.
Don't go there.
In all and all, we should always put in our best and see these children as our leaders, the future leaders, because like they will say, if you don't take care of the child, do not expect anything from the child. So you have to do your best. I've seen situations where learners who had passed through a particular teacher, after so many years, oh, this is my teacher. And you know, that's how do I put it? That expression, this is my teacher. For a child to have said, this is my teacher, it means that teacher had a positive impact on the child. So since it's a profession that we all have desire to go into, you know, for you to be a teacher, it has to be, it's just like I said, unfortunately that a lot of teachers just found themselves in the profession due to the economic situation and all of that. But it's one profession that is worth it. My advice for teachers.
Teaching profession is a very good profession.
It's a very
so
good
please,
profession.
if you are going into teaching profession, don't enter teaching profession because you did not see job.
No.
Or because you went to college of education. No, don't do that. Go for a teaching profession because you have the passion.
You have the passion.
Because it is that passion that gives you the drive. It is that passion that will even give you that money you are looking for.
Sure.
That is the truth. So when you have passion for anything, no distance time before you know, that money will start coming. So please, I want to thank you all that are listening, and also my Oga at the top, my big man.
It's really Oga at the
top. my big man in the studio. I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
This is a very interesting topic that people need to understand very well, and I thank you for giving justice to the questions I asked you. So viewers, this program is Loud It with Khare Billion. Don't forget to reach us on Instagram at Khare Billion, on YouTube at Khare Billion TV, on Facebook at Khare Billion. Even on TikTok, you can find us at Khare Billion. Also on X, you can find us at Khare Billion. Please don't forget. So my bro, are you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on social media.
What's your handle? How do they...
I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
My Facebook name is John Udoh.
Okay, John
Udoh.
Yes.
It's
like you are from Cross River.
I'm from Akwa Ibom.
Akwa
typical one.
Do you eat dog? Eat dog meat.
Sure, an average Akwa Ibom man does that. An average Akwa Ibom man does that. So.
It is well. All right, for people. From here, it's goodbye. Bye bye. Till we meet next time. Thank you.
Loud It with Khare Billion.